Alright, welcome to No Man's Land. I'm starting a new series off here. I'm actually quite looking forward to it. No Man's Land's one of those where I just enjoy playing the map. Let's have a quick flyover. Yeah, I really do just enjoy the map. We're not going to worry about this farm here, as we are in new farm. Sorry, not new farm mode, farm manager. Um, we're going to keep. My plan is to try and keep relatively close to the store and expand outwards. Um, yeah, I've never actually made it all the way over to the edge, but my plan is to make this a fairly long series, if I'm honest. Yeah, the plan's to make it a long one. I did not realize I could get all the way onto these hills. That's quite impressive. Wow, okay. But no. So the plan is to really just do what we want with it. Like there's going to be no rushing. Oh, we've got to do this by this date and this by this date. If we end up getting animals, we get animals. If not, we don't. Um, I've debated. Usually, I play on this by taking out all the trees, but we're not going to do that. We're going to leave the trees and the rocks in, so we've actually got some obstacles to tackle. But first things first, we need a plough, we need a harvester, and we need a a tractor. So I feel like if I get a decent harvester now, I don't have to buy one again in the future. My usual practice is to go with a Colossus by Lizard. However, excuse me, I feel if we go for this Lizard Reaper, which is I don't think it's new in the store, but it's definitely newer than what I've used. Unless we go for something with a realistic standpoint and something, say about 25,000 litres capacity, like this class Lexion here, is decent. It's got 21,000, but let me have a look through. Oh, actually, there's New Holland engine set. We can go to 634, which is alright. The BKTs, and we can put the crawler tracks on the front, or we can go for the twins, which I'm thinking the twins might be the way forward. However, economic difficulty, easy. Seasonal growth, no, as then we can plant whatever we want whenever we want. Turn those off other than crop destruction. Dirt and fuel are slow and automatic engine start. And that is what we play on. But let's pick ourselves up a tractor first. What's our first things that we need realistically? So we need what? A tractor, a trailer, probably a truck. Um, we're not going to buy a barn. We need land. Before anything, we need some land. So let's buy. I'm going to go with these two. Yeah, let's go with these two here. There's what, 170,000 on land. But that gives us a nice space to figure out what we're going for. And the best part about this map, we can get silly things like this, and it's not going to hinder. But no, let me get some equipment, and I'll come back to you once I've done that. Alright, so we've picked ourselves up about 1.1 million's worth of equipment. We've done all right for ourselves, to be honest. Obviously, we don't have everything we need. We might have to, as you can see, starting money was yeah, we've spent 1.441 million. We've got nothing added to MISC or anything. But if need be, we can take out a loan, which we might have to do to pick up maybe. What do we need? What will we need? Sorry. We will need a bale loader. Well, that's quite cool. I've not used that before. Or that, I don't think. That looks quite cool as well. Yeah, so we're gonna need a seeder, a cultivator. My intention is to be able to buy something like this to be able to be pulled. Sorry, not that, because to buy something like this to pull this. But that's quite a ways away, as this on its own is 430 grand, and we don't have that. So for the time being, my thinking is just get something not too small, but not overly massive, if that makes sense. Something like this, 9 meters wide. But anyway, let's first start by let's mow. Realistically, yeah, that's what we've got to do. We've got to mow an area so we can bale that all up. And after that, we kind of need to follow. We kind of need to. I'm debating whether to delete a couple trees and stuff. But first, what's our speed on? 21. Let's switch it up to 25. It's one of the, I think it's the max working speed mods or something. But let's do this. Let's get ourselves an area of what is going to be our first field, pretty much. It's not going to get rid of bushes or anything like that. It's purely going to be, we have some space. Let's do a bit of a field in it. That's as simple as it's going to be. We don't want to go for an area that's too big, but then again, we also don't want to go for something that's ridiculously small and hard to work in. So I don't plan on making any of the fields squares either. I haven't done that with anything that I do on No Man's Land. So, I should have gone up a little bit, but oh well, we haven't. But no, let's go for. I think that's nice, a nice size for a first little grass field. I do think. Oh, all right then. I guess we're not showing up yet. I mean, that's not an issue. What we'll do is we'll come through after this with the plough and do it that way after we've picked everything up and just baled it and waiting for it to grow into silage. Grow? Yeah. Once we wait for it to become silage, we should be all right. But no, honestly, I am looking forward to this series. No Man's Land is probably my most favourite map. I know as well that there's, like, if we go into the construction tab into the greenhouses, these greenhouses are broken. If, like, we are going to use a couple of these greenhouses, don't get me wrong, but I don't think I'm going to be using like 6 of them, because that means we create so much money. But I am going to start out by putting very close together. I think 3. Yeah, let's put 3 quite close together. And if we activate these automatic irrigations, yes, it's going to cost us money in the first bit. However, we can now just leave them alone, and they will just start selling, which I think's brilliant, to be quite honest. I think that's great. We no longer have to touch those. They will just do what they need to do. But no, let me get back to you as soon as we finish this up. I'm probably gonna use the easy dev tools. Actually, let me do that now whilst I'm here. Easy dev tools, F12 menu, delete objects, and delete. There we go. And it's as simple as that. But yeah, let me get back once once we've got this area. Like, I can't even think of the name of it. Mode. That's the word I'm looking for. Yeah, once we've got this area done, I'll get back to you. And we are nearly done. Just this final little piece here, and that's it. Now we can go through and bale everything up, and then we can plow it up. Probably plow it into a different shape, because then after that, well, there we go. Yeah, plow it into a different shape. We don't have to, like I say, we don't have to worry about them at all, which I'm really surprised at. But I am and I'm not really. Like, let's keep the 125 centimeter bales. Why can we only do 12 mile an hour with this quick bale? There we go. Now we can do 45. I don't think we're gonna get many. I really don't. But if we get more than 2, then I'm happy with it. Which we are definitely gonna get more than 2. So yeah, we are gonna make a little bit of money off this field, which isn't too bad. But I'm debating whether to dedicate this to a grass field, and then once we earn a bit more, maybe put it into a, well, and then once we expand a little bit as well, maybe put uh, an actual like crop field in. But for the time being, I'm really not sure how we're gonna go about it. But I know first thing after this is get a bale trailer up. So we are going to be going with the auto load bale trailer purely because I'm lazy. um, Nothing to the context of like I don't want to use a bale fork, but no, purely for the context of I don't want to use a bale fork for this. I'd rather use the auto loading trailer. Yeah, my plan is to, like I've said, have big machinery, big fields. If it comes to it in the future, like, no, not if it comes to it in the future, we'll get rid of the trees. I don't want to do that. I want to keep the trees. I've debated getting rid of the rocks, but it's, like I say, it's not a massive issue. But I will say one thing I have thought of is whereabouts the main farm is going to be. Usually I build here when I'm playing this map, but I'm not going to this time. Oh no, I think this is a very good grass field, I do. For saying it's not actually grass, this is just meadow. I think this is going to be a good grass field. We might get 1, maybe 2 more. Probably one. Probably one more. Yeah, I was thinking one more, but yeah, no. So big machinery, big fields. We want. Well, I want to be able to do cows. I want to try and do pigs because I've never done them before. I also want to go for some chickens. Horses are in my. I don't understand what you get from horses, so we're not going to do them. But no, so we're going to go for sheep, cows, pigs, chickens, and as many kind of productions as we can. We're going to try and get into some gold production. We're going to get into some. Yeah, see, nearly another one, but not enough for another one. So, not the worst. Not the worst. Turn these lights off. Fold the bale up and drop that off there, and then we'll quickly grab a trailer for him. So we need a bale loader, and probably this tandem with the auto load feature, and we'll go for that, we will, and we'll just straight outright buy it, because we're going to be making money soon with these. It's not going to be the fastest thing on, like, yeah, and it will start racking up. Yeah, no, I've noticed with when I first started this, my goal was to make as much money as physically possible as fast as possible. So I put down like 10 of those flowers because they were selling for what do the flowers sell for? Yeah, 3,300 per. So what was it? Mushrooms? I don't. It was one of the two that I put down. But yeah, we were ending up making. I was using an auto loading trailer, and I would fill the auto load trailer every month by how many I had, and end up making. It got to the point where it was about 1 million per month, which is crazy to be honest. But operating position, that's what we need. Yeah, it got to the point we were making around 1 million a month, which is just silly, and you don't need it. I ended my self playlist when I first got the game with maybe about 70 million because I just couldn't buy anything. I didn't need to buy anything. I had everything I needed, and yeah, I can't lie though. This has been what 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 bales. That's not bad at all, that. But no, I think what we're gonna do is buy, not buy. We're gonna rent a seeder after we've ploughed this up, and ooh, yeah. So why unload? And we're just gonna pop these. We'll just pop them there for the time being, because I don't. That's it. uh, yeah, and then we'll leave this here. Hop in the other one, and we will do a bit of ploughing. I thought I just heard. Oh no, I do hear the dogs barking. Okay. You know what? I'm not too worried about it. But no, let me plough up a field that I think is going to be a nice size. Because this is a decent sized plough, so it shouldn't take too long. And then I will get back to you once I've done that. Alright, so we've got the basic outline of this field going now. Oh, excuse me. We obviously went a little wider than the field at first, but I feel like this is a nice size to kind of start with. Um, it's not the biggest field I've seen. It's not obviously not the smallest I've seen. I've played on Elm Creek. That's got some tiny fields on it, and a couple of mod maps as well that I've played on. I've got some really small, really small. Whoop, that was close. Oh, that's not what we want. All right, but no, yeah, no. I think I've said the plan like 4 times now, but yeah, if we can eventually get a lot of productions up and running, I will be very happy with it. I'm not too sure about like wood production and making chairs and everything, but if we can get onto something like I don't know, because we're definitely going to be using the wool from the sheep. Um, we also have a couple mods in. Let me just go into my productions real quick into the factories. So we've got like silage production, which is brilliant, which we can basically just use. I'm not too sure how it works, but hey, we can give it a look. Lime production, which we can sell. Seed production, which we'll be able to sell. Manure production, which will eventually be brilliant for us because we can use that and sell that. Um, ooh, a grass dryer, um, spinneries, carpentries, obviously all the normal base game stuff. A couple different types of grain mills, a silage factory, all the platinum stuff, a nice lime factory, which is going to be a good one. Um, ooh, we have a TMR maker, which is a good thing to have. But yeah, no, what we can do is a mine shaft, which brings into that gives iron stuff, doesn't it? Yeah, and eventually my plan is if we can even have a bioglass plant, a bioglass, no, biogas, because I do want to be eventually have like gold production on the go and stuff, but I need to figure out how to do that. There we go, gold production, and we need like a methane thing as well, but I don't entirely know how to get that, so how to get methane unless we buy it, which I'm not, to be honest. If we've got the money for it, we might just buy it, but see if we can use this. Yeah, say if we take this production here, like this biogas plant, throw silage in it and manure, we can get methane out, so. And that kind of gives us a really big go ahead if we use grass dryer and stuff. So, but I kind of want to like build a map. I know that sounds silly, but if I can do that of where we're driving to different places, um, yeah, we're gonna be all right, I think. But but no, first to first, let's get this little bit finished off here, and then what we can do is replant it with grass, and then maybe possibly take out a little bit of a loan to get another field on the go. But I'm not too sure if that's the best idea so early. Um, but I don't know. I really don't know. I've got no idea, to be honest. Let's get this a fold up. But no, we did go for narrow tyres on the tractor, as we're leaving crop destruction on, so it's going to make life a hell of a lot easier. Oh, excuse me. I will say though, a good little feature that we did get is in our harvester, which I can't get into, is it's the 12-meter header. Don't get me wrong, it's a decent size header for what we've got. We will eventually be going up to like an 18-meter one, but yeah, it's an articulated header. So uh, yeah, well, that'll really come into our favour on this map, as it's not. Oh wow, already fermenting. That's good. Right, so let's have a look. What space do we have? I mean, we could throw a little field in, but if we take out, I'm really not sure, because that's a decent field. So let's go and find a thing that we can rent. Because we're not going to be putting in. Well, what? Yeah, we want a little one, but not silly, where it's like 3 meters wide. That's going to be quite nice. 12 meters, 6,000. I've never used it, so that might be a good thing. So what is it to lease? 8 grand. Okay, let's do that. And then we also need to. I'll fill it up with seeds. No, what I'll do is I'll get the grass on. Yeah, I'll get the grass all connected up, and then I'll get back to everyone, and we'll see how we're going. All right. Now that we're done with this, let's pop this away. As you can probably tell, our money's gone down a little bit. We did buy 2. What did we buy? I forget now. A bale fork and a bale spike. However, we have made 16,000 off our sold products, which is a few. I don't entirely know how many pallets that is. It can only be 3, can't it? Yeah, it can only be 3 pallets, which isn't the worst thing, to be honest. We've made a little bit of money. um, this trailer is going to kind of be useless for a little bit, but it will become very useful once we start getting, say, more fields up, uh, and stuff like that. What we do need to do is put a little house down. Buildings, farmhouses. Why is that fully just called a bank? um, yeah, I think what we'll do first is I want to put something down that I can go inside of. Like this rustic cabin, I can go inside of it. But that uses all of our money. So, I don't know whether we should. Can we go inside of that? No, that's just photos, I think. That's the same thing. Can't go inside of it. Can't go inside. I'm not too sure. Eventually, this is going to be the house that I want to put down. But, for the time being, I think this little trailer is going to be our best option. Yeah, I think that's going to be our best option. But what we got? We've got flowers growing here, which looks lovely. Which these are all doing look very well. That we can't put any extra water into. Okay, I'm just going to ignore that noise. I'm just going to ignore it because I don't want to stress about noises too much. Next month, these should be ready to sell. Our grass should be growing. It needs rolling. We don't own a roller, so we're not going to worry about that. We do need to fertilise it though, but I think our best option will be just to fertilise it next month. But I plan to keep all of this equipment until the very end, if possible. So let's skip over to the next month, and we'll see what these, what our three greenhouses make for us. Because that's going to be our main source of income for the starting. So, oh god, they made about 100,000. So I think we're gonna get rid of one. um, yeah, I think we're definitely gonna get rid of one of these. And yeah, let's do that. Let's get rid of one. Maybe the two, and we'll just have one of each. Yeah, let's do that. Let's move these out of the way. And what we'll do is we'll smoothen off the ground, because that is a little bit too much money just to begin with. I mean, it's not, but it's a bit silly, is my thinking. So, I feel like if we buy that plot of land... Well, let's do this first. Let's put those down, and before we do anything, let's just get the other production greenhouse mushrooms. There we go. Actually, paint, sculpting. And we've got this, so it's free. I did download the mod to make it so actually doing landscape work and everything is free rather than it costing thousands and thousands. So let's just put that. Let's throw that there. Yeah, and that's not gonna hinder us too much. And then we'll smoothen it off here. And maybe just paint it in with grass. Put a bit of a meadow on it as well. I think that does cost us, but I'm not too sure. So let's find out, shall we? Meadow. No, that doesn't cost us either. Lovely. Well, no, I do want this to be... I'm going to say aesthetically pleasing. Let's open the production menu. Activate that and then activate it. Which has cost us £5 to set that off, but that's alright. What's on? This is on. We'll turn this off. And then, if I'm not mistaken, these are all fermented now. So let's take these over. And then we might call it a day at that. Well, actually, this is growing. So yeah, actually, let's buy this, because then we can start on a new field over here. Yeah. I don't think we're going to focus too much on like sawmills and wood production and that, like I've said, but hey, I could be wrong. So, right, let's get that last bale. There we go. Transport in position. And yeah, after that, I think we will call it a day there. And then I will see you in the next couple of days for the month of September, where we make maybe a new field, and yeah. But first, let's get these bales sold. And that is what, 50,000? Yeah, no, we're gonna be making this is gonna be we're gonna make a lot of money on this series. But yeah, I'm gonna call it a day there, and goodbye for now.